guys, it is K8 here, and I'm bringing you guys with another discussion video for you guys today. Sorry, it's been a while since I made another discussion video. I say this every time I make a discussion video because it's so sparse when I make them. The last time was like in April or something like that, so yeah, it's been like 2 or 3 months since I made another discussion video, so sorry about that. Again, also sorry there's not been a lot of videos lately. That's just because I've been going through a depression lately, and I've not been in the mood to make videos at all. Just got a lot on my mind, and I just can't bring myself to make videos at all. So sorry there's not been a lot of videos lately, but hopefully that will change in the future. And I just felt, you know what, I've not made a discussion video in a while, let's make another one. So okay, we got this today. Now with that aside, what we're going to be discussing today is whether or not the HD Remixes and Dream Drop Distance are going to be coming to next-gen consoles. Now this is a discussion that has been talked about a lot, and I know occasionally we just made one, but I was going to make one regardless. I was already planning on making one, so hey, let's just do it, you know? And yeah, so why don't we just get into it? So why is everyone talking about, the HD Remixes coming to next gen lately? That's been a very talked about subject lately. It was so much speculation around it, it's crazy. So why are people talking about it? Well, you see, here's the thing. So they've said this many times in the past before. They've pretty much said in every interview they talked about it. So they say the reason they made the HD Remixes, both 1.5 and 2.5 respectively, is to prepare people for the story of Kingdom Hearts 3. Because, as you all know, Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be a very story-centric game, because all of the stuff that's been going on in the Kingdom Hearts series before, it's all going to be coming to a head in Kingdom Hearts 3, and as you all know, the Kingdom Hearts story can get a bit complicated sometimes, and I don't think a simple wiki lookup of all this stuff is going to help you out at all. It didn't really help me out when I was getting confused about the story, originally. So, I think people need the games to understand the story of what's going to be happening in Kingdom Hearts 3, and they can actually get connections to the characters, you know, when something happens to them in Kingdom Hearts 3, because I don't think a simple story summary will do that, you know? So that's the reason why they're making that, is to prepare people for the story of Kingdom Hearts 3 if there's any complications they have with it. Which I don't see as a bad idea at all, because the story can get a little complicated sometimes, and I think people really need to play the games to really understand the story instead of reading a summary, you know? So, yeah, good idea that they're doing that, yeah. But here's the thing. Here's the thing with that. The games were released on PS3, both 2.5 and 1.5. Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be released on PS4 and Xbox One. So, that's leading a lot of people to say, well, why did you release it on the PS3 if the game you're trying to summarize is on the PS4 and Xbox One? So that's leading a lot of people to say that the games are going to be released on the next-gen consoles as well. They say it's going to be put into, like, one little collection, including Dream Drop Distance. That's what a lot of people are saying as well. And it's going to be one little thing, maybe like the Ultimate Edition or something, Kingdom Hearts Ultimate Remix, something like that. And it's just going to be released on the next-gen consoles, so people can really get prepared for Kingdom Hearts 3 story on the console that they're going to play it on. And since E3 was last week, there was so much speculation leading up to E3 about these games being announced. It was insane. But it turns out they weren't there. It wasn't even fucking mentioned. So that's leading a lot of people to say, oh, like, maybe they aren't making it, and other people are saying, oh, they're just going to announce it later. Now that leads us up to this point where people are still speculating the hell out of it, and people are still clamoring for it and still wanting it a lot. Now with the background out of the way, let's get into the discussion on my opinions on the thing. What do I think is the best solution to this problem? Do I think they need to be released on the next-gen consoles? Keep in mind, console. So what do I think about it? I think it is absolutely fucking necessary that they release the HD Remixes on both PS4 and Xbox One. Okay, now, I know a lot of people are going to get butthurt as fuck from that statement right there, but hear me out. So, I know I've discussed this many times in past videos, but I'm going to discuss it here because it's a pretty hot topic, and I don't think I made a discussion video on this in the past, so, hey, I'm going to do it. So why do I think this? So, a lot of people are going to be confused going into the story of Kingdom Hearts 3, because what I've noticed is a lot of people who owned a Xbox 360 now own a PS4, because the Xbox One was a fucking disaster when they announced that thing, so a lot of people are flocking over to PS4, and a lot of those people never really owned a PS3. Yes, I know a lot of people do, but still, it's kind of a mix now. It's kind of a mix between previous Xbox guys and long-term PlayStation people. So, you kind of have a mix there. So, there's going to be some people who do understand the story and did buy the HD Remixes, but there are some other people who don't want to buy a fucking system just for 2 fucking games to understand the story. I know there's a lot of hardcore fans out there, but I don't think people are going to buy a PS3 just for 2 fucking games. So a lot of people out there are going to be confused about the story, because they want to get into Kingdom Hearts 3, and they've not played any previous games before, and they're going to be confused about the story because it's going to be the end of the story arc, and you pretty much have to know what's going on to understand what's going on in that game. So yeah, a lot of people are going to be confused, and what product was specifically made to help people along with that? The HD Remixes! That's exactly why they were made! So, I don't see any other reason why they shouldn't do it. Yes, I know it may cost a lot to make, but they could make it like a downloadable title or something like that. So, that's why I feel it's absolutely necessary for them to put it on there, because people are still going to be confused about the story, and that's why I think it was a mistake to put it on the PS3, because that's not the fucking system the game you're hyping this whole thing up to be. The reason you're making these fucking games is going to be on. So, I don't see the point, really, on releasing it on a system that is not going to be released on, you know? So, I think it should have been on next gen in the first place. I know it would have cost a lot to make, but still, I think it would have been the better option. It would have been the more logical decision. I guess it was cheaper to make it on the PS3, but still, would have been the most logical decision in that case. So that was a fucking mistake to put it on the PS3. And, of course, they have plenty of time to port them over to next-gen consoles, because you still got a lot of time before Kingdom Hearts 3 releases, probably. And, so you have time to port it over to the next-gen consoles. And from what I've heard, I remember reading an interview once where they, of course, start developing the game first on PCs. That's where you start developing any game. And then they port it over to the cell architecture, because the whole PS3 uses that cell architecture, all that thing. So they developed them first on PCs. And they still may have that code in there somewhere. So if they just port that over to the next-gen consoles, because the next-gen consoles uses PC architecture pretty much, and just port that version over to the PS4 and Xbox One, hey, you don't have that much work to do with it. All you have to do is work out some bugs here and there and adjust it to the hardware. That's all you pretty much have to do. So I think it would just be an easy thing for them to do. Just port it over to the next-gen consoles, if they still have that code, which I don't know if they do or not. Like they said, they lost the access to the original Kingdom Hearts game when making 1.5, so they had to make the entire thing from scratch. So maybe that may be the case, I don't know. But still, if they have that code left, they absolutely should port it to next-gen consoles. And there's also a lot of people saying that it should be combined into one thing, which, yes, it absolutely fucking should, because I don't think people want to buy 2 games. I think it just should be combined into one little thing. I think that's what they should do on the PS3, in fact, combine it into one little thing. I know that's what they did with the collector's edition of 2.5, but I think they need a consumer, worldwide consumer edition of that thing, where they can just get the 2 games together and call it the Ultimate Collection or something for PS3. But they need to do that on PS4 as well, absolutely. And there's also a bunch of speculation on a Kingdom Hearts 3D HD remix as well. Because that's been speculated for a while. There's been some stuff that shows that maybe they're making it. And a lot of people saying they're making it for the next-gen consoles. And a lot of people say that it should be included in this collection if they do release it on next-gen. And should it be? Yes! Yes, it should! Oh my god, it should! It should not be released as a separate thing at all, because that would just be a stupid fucking idea. Because if you want to help people get prepared for the story of Kingdom Hearts 3, you need that. You need Dream Drop Distance, because that's pretty much the reason they made it. They've stated many times in the past that that's pretty much a prologue to Kingdom Hearts 3. It's pretty much there to explain what's going on with the characters, what's going on with all the other people in the story, and where everything is at leading up to Kingdom Hearts 3. So, it's pretty much there to help you understand where everyone is at that point. And that needs to be in there for people to understand the story of Kingdom Hearts 3. So, that absolutely needs to be in there. If they release that as a separate thing, I'm going to be fucking pissed. Because that would just be stupid. So, if they ever do release it on next gen, which I think they should, they need Dream Drop Distance in there, because that's absolutely necessary to understand the story of Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, here's the part of the video where a lot of people are going to get butthurt. Which, I know, it's your opinion, I respect that, but you gotta respect mine too. And don't act like a butthurt asshole in the comments, because no one likes a butthurt asshole. So yeah, don't go with that, but I know some people are gonna get butthurt. Now, as you remember me stating a little while back in the video, I said that it needs to be released on both PS4 and Xbox One. Now, what do I think that? Well, let me explain. So there's going to be about 100 times more people confused about the story of Kingdom Hearts on Xbox One than PS4. Because not a single fucking Kingdom Hearts game has been released on the Xbox platform once. Not a single fucking time. So this is going to be the first Kingdom Hearts game that's going to be released on the Xbox platform. And it turns out it's going to be the end of the fucking series. Well, up to that point. The end of the fucking story up to that point. And of course they said they're going to make more, but they're going to be releasing their first Kingdom Hearts game, and it turns out it's going to be the end of the fucking story. So that's one argument you can make against the Xbox One version of it, but they keep on saying it's going to be released on Xbox One. As you can see from the most recent trailer of it, you can still see the Xbox One logo in there. So they're still full-on confident that they're going to release this on the Xbox One. So you can't change that fact now. You can't change the fact that it's on Xbox One. I know you can hate it all you want, but you have to realize the fact that it is. And you also have to realize the fact that a lot of people are not going to understand the fucking story on there. So that's why the HD remixes were made. And that's why I think it's absolutely fucking necessary for it to be released on Xbox One as well. Oh my god, when that would get announced, you would not believe the backlash, but it's probably one of the more logical decisions they would make, because you need that story backing again for Kingdom Hearts 3, and not a single Kingdom Hearts game has been released on the Xbox platform once. So that's why I think it needs to be on there. Of course, they could always cancel the Xbox One version, but I don't think they're going to do that at this point, because they still seem adamant that they're going to make it on there. And also, I just want to make this, since we're talking about the Xbox One version, because I hate when people fucking say this. I hate it so much, because they have clearly, have no idea what they're talking about. So when people say, oh, it's going to be awful now because it's on two different consoles, the Xbox One, PS4, and they don't have time to focus on one console, so it's going to be awful now, shut the fuck up. You have no idea what you're fucking talking about. It's not the Xbox 360 and PS3 days anymore. They don't have completely different architectures anymore. Look at the PS4 and Xbox One specs and compare them. They have the exact same architecture. They pretty much have the exact same hardware. A lot of developers say that it's pretty much the exact same hardware that you're working with there. So it's not a problem. It's not a problem at all. They have the exact same architecture. They could port one version to another, and it would be absolutely fine. I mean, there would be some hardware issues here and there, but they could easily fix that with some coding, because they have the exact same architecture. So I would just calm your little ass down and realize that it's not a problem. Get rid of your Sony glasses for like 5 seconds and realize that. And also get rid of your Sony glasses for 5 seconds and realize that people are going to be confused as fuck when they're going to be playing the story on Xbox One. So people need that story backing on Xbox One, because they've never got that before on the Xbox platform. I know a lot of Kingdom Hearts fans are on Xbox, but still, you're going to have a lot of people that are confused. So you need the Xbox One to have the HD remixes, all the Kingdom Hearts games, put it on the Xbox One, and I think that would be fine. Ew, people are going to be butthurt over that statement, but that's what needs to happen, in my opinion. Okay, I gotta make this quick because I gotta go somewhere. And sorry I went out a little bit of this video. I have a tendency to do that, but so sorry about that. But anyways, in summary, yes, it absolutely fucking should, because the people need that story backing, and they won't get that on the PS4, and a lot of people do not own a PS3. So people need that story backing if they're gonna play it on the PS4 or Xbox One. So that's absolutely why it should be released on there, because people need that story backing, and hey, that's why the HD remixes were made in the first place. So that's why it should be on there. And of course, Dream Drop Distance HD should be in there if they are making it. Of course, they're going to be porting it to the next-gen version, because you can't have the 3DS version on there. That would just be awful. So yeah, if they are making a Dream Drop Distance HD, it should be included in that collection if they actually do it. And of course, if they are going to do it, release it on Xbox One. It would be a stupid idea if they did it, because it's more necessary for them to release it on there than the PS4, in my opinion. Oh, people are going to be on my ass for that. But, you gotta get rid of your Sony glasses and realize that people are going to be confused as fuck on the Xbox. So that's why it needs to be on there. So that's all I want to talk about with you guys today. Make sure down in the comments below your opinion on this. Do you think the game should be released on next gen? And do you think Dream Drop Distance should be released in there? And what is your opinion on it being released on Xbox One as well? Make sure down in the comments below your opinion on this discussion. Also, make sure to subscribe and like this video, because that'd be really awesome if you did. My goal is with 5,000 subscribers, so if you want to reach that goal, make sure to subscribe. This has been K Central, your normal place for the Kingdom Hearts, and I will see you guys later, hopefully. So yeah, bye!